Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Open Door Hypnosis TV. I am Shara Prophet, your personal vitality coach and certified hypnotherapist. And I just did a whole video and realized that it wasn't live at all. It was live, but it wasn't public. So I'm doing it again. Um, Today is I'm going to be doing a Q&A style video, and at the end of the Q&A, I'm going to do a hypnosis journey, okay, for relaxation and just letting go. Some of you guys can choose to stay in that relaxed state and just go to sleep, or you can choose to get up and move about your day. Hi, Rhonda. How are you? Thank you for joining tonight. So, this is a time for you guys to ask me anything you want to ask me, okay, about hypnosis, about sessions, anything you want to know about the subconscious mind, how you can use hypnosis for different things. Whatever you guys have questions about, let me know. I'm here to answer them. And, um, you know, hypnosis has such a bad rap, especially in Hollywood, because Hollywood, kind of redefines everything and twists it and turns it all around. But really, all hypnosis is just a focused state of awareness. That's all it is. We go in and out of hypnosis all the time, and it is a very natural state to be in. Our minds and our bodies are used to going in and out of hypnosis. So if you're like rolling down the highway and all of a sudden you miss your exit, you were in a state of hypnosis. If you've been like talking to somebody for a really long time, or you hear them talking to you and you kind of feel yourself zoning out, you're in hypnosis. You go into hypnosis when you're watching TV, when you're reading a book, when you're listening to music. It's so easy to slip into that state, and it's the reason why many of us have developed certain habits that we cannot seem to break. Well, you were probably in the hypnotic state when you developed that habit, so you need to go into hypnosis so that you can develop a new, healthier behavior to override that old one. So that's pretty much what we do in hypnosis. And most people that come see me for a session, oh, that's a good question, Rhonda. Okay, so really quickly, Rhonda asked, how can she use hypnosis to change her subconscious mind and to help her with procrastination? So there's several things that you can do. The first thing you can do is definitely use affirmations, okay? And when I say affirmations, I don't mean just saying it every single day. But what you can do is decide, how you want, whatever it is that you're procrastinating on. If it's like one thing in particular, or if you find that it's kind of everything, you also can like set up different rituals for yourself. So I know for me, whenever I have to write a lecture, or when I have to write, some sort of like blog or article or something like that, it takes me, I procrastinate. And the reason I procrastinate is because there's something that goes on in my subconscious mind that just resists doing that. So there's a couple of things that I do. I have set up rituals for myself. So if I know I need to sit down and write, I set the stage for it, so to speak. So I'm sitting here at my desk right now. So what I'll do is I'll turn on, you hear the soft music in the back. I turn that music on. I put on a pot of tea. I light a couple of candles and some incense, and I turn my little overhead light on. I set the stage up. So that gets me in the mood to start writing. And then I just sit down and I start writing. Another thing that I do sometimes is I'll go into a little meditation. If it's something that I want to do, like dishes, I do not enjoy washing dishes, but I don't have a maid, so I have to wash the dishes. So what I'll do is I will sit down and I'll do like a quick little 1 minute meditation or like a prayer, and then I'll just ask for me as my angels. I ask them to please, help me, motivate me, give me the motivation and also the strength and the energy and the focus to carry out this task right now. So those are just some quick little things that you can do. The subconscious mind responds very well to ritual because it's like, oh, we're getting ready to do something special here. What are we doing? You might just be preparing to clean your house. Another thing for me is I listen to scary story podcasts. So I just turned the scary story podcast on YouTube, and that's an automatic trigger for me to start cleaning my house. So you may want to pay attention to the things that kind of set you up and get you ready to do whatever that task is to help you break the procrastination. Because sometimes procrastination is cool and it's okay to procrastinate, but then there's other times when we really got to get stuff done and we don't have time to be procrastinating. You know, we got to get it done. You know, you got a deadline, or you just know you need to get this thing done, because if you don't, it's going to disrupt the rest of your day. So again, you can write some affirmations for yourself, you know, that are targeting whatever that thing is that you procrastinate on. You can just write affirmations, you know, I am a productive, efficient person, and I get my tasks done in a timely fashion. That's a good affirmation, okay? I am a productive, efficient, effective person, and I get my task done in a timely fashion, okay? Yes, rituals, affirmations, and then a little bit of meditation or prayer or something like that can also help. Cool. Great question, Rhonda. Thank you for asking that. So before Rhonda's question, I was saying that most of the time when a client comes in, they're already in a state of hypnosis. Most of us are walking around in a state of hypnosis anyway. If you are overwhelmed, if you are stressed out, if you have a lot of things to do throughout your day, 9 times out of 10, you're in overload mode and you are in a state of hypnosis. If you've ever seen someone and they just look disheveled, or their eyes are glazed over, they're in hypnosis. They are in a hyper suggestible state, which means they're going to be easily soaking up everything that they see, everything that they come in contact with. They're just taking it in, and they're not doing anything to clear that energy out. So if you find that this is something that happens to you, and it mainly happens to somnambulists. Okay, if you're a somnambulist person, a somnambulist is someone that slips in and out of state really, really easily, and they're in a hypersuggestible state all the time. I'm a somnambulist, but since I have learned how to control that, I have shifted that suggestibility. Okay. And suggestibility just means, you know, how you take in information. So a couple of things that I've done to help with that is, one, I don't watch TV. Okay. I watch TV sometimes. I have like certain times when I'll turn the television on, but I don't watch TV because I'm taking in enough stuff throughout the day. The last thing I need to do is just sit in front of the TV for hours and hours on end every single night. Okay. If I'm turning the TV on, it's just because I want to be like, I just want to like kind of dumb out for a little while and not think about anything. And that's that doesn't happen often. Okay. So that's one thing I did. I cut out the television. I do a meditation practice and hypnosis every single day. And then I also do an energy clearing, technique that helps me get rid of any energy in my mind, in my body that doesn't belong to me, because most of the time we're carrying around energy that is not ours, okay? Or we're carrying something that isn't ours because some of us are empaths. If you are a somnambulist, and a somnambulist person is a person that takes in information literally and inferentially. If you are a somnambulist, 9 times out of 10, you're probably an empath. You probably have a sixth sense. You could probably pick up on energies everywhere you go. You probably have had some sort of paranormal or supernatural events taking place in your life throughout your life. So if that is the case, then you must begin some sort of energy clearing or grounding for yourself. You've got to do that. I have a video on my channel. I think it's called Energy Clearing and Grounding. It's one of the first videos I did for hypnosis on here. Yes, I do have a day job. I am a distance learning tutor at the Hypnosis Motivation Institute. So I basically help, oh, very good, Gabrielle. I'm glad. Gabrielle said, good advice. She learned something new about herself today. Excellent. So I help students that are training to be hypnotherapists, but they don't live in the state of California. Since they can't raise their hand in a classroom, they contact me online and ask questions about different hypnotic techniques, that they might have learned in class and they may not understand. So I help guide them through that entire process. So that's what I do during the day. I also see clients, and then I also teach. I teach at the Hypnosis Motivation Institute as well. I do workshops there, training the resident hypnotherapist as well. So, and of course, my YouTube channel, which is not a full-time job, but I try to do it as much as I can when I can. So thank you for asking that question. But yeah, so getting back to the somnambulist and empaths, okay? Definitely learn how to clear your energy and ground yourself, okay? And you can just do something real simple, like imagining a bubble around you. Okay, you can just imagine a golden bubble, golden shield, pyramid, whatever you want to call it, a balloon, whatever, a slice of pizza. It could be whatever makes you feel secure, all right? And makes you feel grounded, and when you're grounding yourself, you're just imagining your feet growing energetic roots that are penetrating through the ground beneath you all the way down to the core of the planet, and you're grounded in that, you're firm in that, okay? It means you're grounded. Grounding means being in your body, because some of us that are very spiritual people, we tend to pop out of our bodies sometimes, but it is because we're earthlings, we're humans, it is important for us to be in the body. All right. We can't all be just spiritual. We can't just be intellectual, and we can't just be physical. We have to balance everything out. So clearing your energy, grounding yourself, meditating, all of these things help balance your energy. It helps balance the four elements that are within us, the earth, air, fire, and water, okay? Those elements live within us. So in order for us to be in harmony and in balance, hi, Olivia, how are you? Good to see you. So in order for us to be in harmony and in balance, Gabrielle says, what is the best time of day for energy cleansing meditation? Okay, I didn't get the last part of that. Sorry, it went by fast. Oh, the best time of day to do that is in the morning. In the morning is a good time. Is it when you're feeling overloaded or before after bed? Agape, hey. One of my Agape sisters, all right. So the morning time is a really good time to do it, but you can also do it at night before you go to bed. Especially the clearing of the energy, because and this is a good question, I'm glad you said this, I'm gonna talk about something else too that I do. So in the morning time, it's great to do it because it just prepares you and it gets you ready for the day. All right. And it's just something about being light and airy through the day, in the beginning of the day. But at nighttime, it's good to also clear and ground. Excellent. I love that. At nighttime is a good time to clear and ground as well, because throughout the day, guess what? You absorb more energy, right? You were taking in all kinds of stuff throughout the day. So it's a good time to clear it out at night before you go to bed. So you can do both if you want to. I tend to I tend to do it in the morning. I also do, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the lesser ritual of the pentagram, but that is a great way. It's a moving meditation. You can do the banishing ritual as well as the invoking ritual. I tend to banish in the morning and invoke at night. Most people do it vice versa, but I tried to do the invoking in the morning. It was too much for me. It was way too much for me. I was taking in too much. I was just too open. So I banish in the morning because I know I'm going to be around all different types of people. And then at night, I invoke at night because that's the time that I'm sleeping and I'm ready to download messages from the creator, from my spirit guides, the angels, so I'm invoking those good celestial energies to come in and, speak to me through my dreams. Last night I had a really interesting, and I'll share this with you guys. I haven't shared it with anyone. I had a really interesting event that took place early this morning, like around 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. There was this loud, like buzzing sound. It sounded like I was in a machine. It was like, I can't even explain. I can't even describe the sound. It was just a loud machine, like buzzing. Thank you, Elise. You're awesome too. I love you. This loud, like machine, like I can't explain it. I cannot explain it. Words can't explain it. But I could not speak. I was trying to yell out. I could not yell. I could not scream. It wasn't, it didn't feel malicious. It was just shocking. And I couldn't break out of it. And it felt like it lasted for like 10 minutes. I would like go out and then come back in, I would like kind of go out and come back in. So, I do experience body vibrations. I sure do. I sure do, to the point where my bed shakes sometimes. Yes, my bed has like jumped up before while I'm sleeping. And I thought it was an earthquake, but it wasn't. I checked and it was not an earthquake, but my bed will vibrate and shake, and I experience some crazy stuff. Just gonna leave it at that, okay? But it happens with this kind of work. When you're doing this kind of work, if you are a healer, if you're doing any type of spiritual work, any type of energy work, you're going to experience some weird things because you're tapping into a different dimension. And it just happens. I'm so used to it now, it's just like, it wasn't scary for me. It was just shocking. Like, I was just like, where am I? What am I doing? Am I home? Who is this? What is happening here? What made you want to get into this kind of work? Oh, good question, Elise. Okay, so I I wasn't even thinking about hypnosis, to be honest with you. Like, it had never been on my radar. I was in the music industry for about 7 or 8 years when I first moved out here. I worked in music publishing. I did a little bit of songwriting, and I sang in a rock band. Then I went through like a total like life change, and I was so worn out, and spirit was telling me I needed to be in the wellness industry. So I loved cooking, and I didn't know. I just assumed like, well, wellness and health. Okay, I should go into the food industry. So I moved into the food industry. I was doing the food thing for a few years, and was trying to get a product put on the shelves and like Whole Foods and all that stuff. One day I was on Facebook. This ad popped up for the Hypnosis Motivation Institute. Why is this camera doing that? This is supposed to be a bomb camera, and I'm not feeling it now. Anyway, this ad popped up on Facebook for the Hypnosis Motivation Institute. And I'm like, what? People go to college for hypnosis? Okay. And so I had thought about going to see a hypnotherapist because I was smoking at the time. And a couple of my friends went, and they like raved about it, how it was just amazing. And I was like, well, maybe I should just, check it out or whatever. Ended up not using it for smoking. Well, I used it for smoking, but not, I didn't go see anybody for it. I did it myself. Started going to some of the free classes on Wednesday nights. They have free classes. They have an energy healing course. They have a past life regression class. They have a mental bank program. They have a weight loss class that they do every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. So I went to a few of these classes, and the whole time, Spirit is telling me, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. Now, mind you, I'm still trying to get this other business off the ground, and I'm resisting, fighting, kicking, screaming. No, I don't want to do it. I'm already paying back student loans. I don't have time to be in school again. I'm in a whole nother industry. My business coach at the time, I told her about it, and she was like, I don't think it's a good idea. I think you just need to focus on your food business. You're almost there, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, it took me 2 years to finally enroll to the school because the voices would not stop. It was just like, you need to do this. Trust us. You need to do this. And I'm like, oh my God. So I finally enrolled. And the great thing about the school is that they allow you to take the first month free. Yeah. Yep. I'm glad I listened to those voices too. I'm so happy I did. The great thing about the school is they let you take the first month free. And I swear it was like after the first class, I heard the voice just said, trust us. This is going to be very, very good for you. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do this school. I'm going to go to school. I was just going to go for my own, personal self-healing and self-mastery. I was like, you know what? Push comes to shove, I will be a much better person by the end of this year training. And I did very well while I was there. I, graduated at the top of my class. I got a bunch of plaques and awards, and then they offered me a teaching associate instructor position there. And the rest is history. I fell in love with it. Is right up my alley. It's, I've been a counselor my entire life because people would always, just come to me for advice. Like perfect strangers would walk up to me off the street and just start telling me their whole life story. And I'm like, okay, this is interesting, and I would just drop some advice and they'd be like, oh my God, that's great advice. So even though I don't give advice as a hypnotherapist, I don't give advice. That's coaching one-on-one. You don't give advice. You just guide people through the process. Because I believe everybody already knows how to heal themselves. We all have the answers. We all have the answers already. Some people, hi, Ashley. Oh, yay. Oh, yes. I love Jelly Bean Green. She was actually one of the first, because I started watching ASMR years and years ago before I got into hypnosis. I was watching ASMR and I used it to help me fall asleep. And she was one of the first ASMR artists that I found. And I just kept watching her. When she gave me that shout out, I was so excited. I'm like, oh, it was like it was like a celebrity giving me a shout out. It's like, oh my God. Because I had watched her all those years, and it was just really cool that she gave me that shout out because she helped me a lot. She helped grow this channel. So I'm just so grateful and I'm so happy that you're here. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're enjoying the videos. So there's so much more to come. Trust me, I'm going to be doing a lot of different things with it. But yeah, I don't give advice to people because I believe we all know what to do. I'm just there to kind of flick the light on for you. And I have some tools and techniques that I share with you, that I teach you, and I ask the right questions. And then, light bulbs and things just start to go off in our heads when somebody asks you the right question. You're like, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, So that's how I got into this business, into this line of work. And I don't even call it work. It's play for me. And I do it every day. I use it every single day. It has literally saved my life. It has changed my life. It has helped me improve my health. It has helped me improve my relationships. It has helped me improve my finances. And it has opened the doorway to so many different other spiritual practices. It helped me come out of the closet as a tarot reader, because for years, I didn't want to tell people that I read tarot, because it was like some type of, I was raised Christian Baptist, so there's a lot of stigma about occult work. So I had, even though I stopped going to church many, many years ago, I still had some of that leftover stuff. You know what I'm saying? Still had some of that leftover baggage that had me pretty scared to kind of come out of the closet, so to speak. You know what I mean? And also because my family is still very, very religious, and I'm extremely close to my family. Very, very, very close to my family. I love my family. They're pretty conservative, and but they support me. They support what I do. They respect what I do. They know me, so they know that whatever I'm doing is, I'm helping people. Is helping me, and that's all they care about. They might have their opinions, like, I don't know about that, but they're very supportive, so I'm grateful for that. But this work is very powerful. And Olivia, you said something about you activated your light body. How did you do that? What did you do that with? Were you using what kind of process were you using when you did that? Because when I activated my light body, I was using the Pleiadian workbook. I used some of the Pleiadian energy work process. So that helped me. And again, that was before I started doing hypnosis, because I've been into all of this stuff for a really long time. Hypnosis has been the doorway through which I'm able to help others, so to speak, But within my practice, I utilize many of these different techniques and modalities, the energy clearing and the grounding, the divination. I use sigils in my work as well. In fact, I just did a lecture 2 weeks ago at the American Hypnosis Association, teaching other hypnotherapists how to incorporate sigils. Binaural beats. Okay, cool. I love binaural beats. I have cleared sinuses using binaural beats. I've cleared sinuses doing that. Good stuff, yeah. So yeah, I use different techniques in my practice. And okay, a guru. Okay, cool. Very cool. Yeah, I use all kinds of techniques in my practice. Angel work. I love working with angels. And, what I tell my clients is that angels are not something outside of us. Yes. Oh, did you see? I did a video earlier and it wasn't live. So I don't know if I said this already. Olivia's asking, can you use it for pain control? I definitely use it for pain control. I've used binaural beats for pain control, and I use hypnosis for pain control. In fact, I used it today for my cramps. I ran out of ibuprofen. I get bad cramps, okay? So I am still on meds. Like, that's the only time I take medicine is when that time of the month comes, okay? Sorry, men who are watching. I'm not sorry. It's how you got here, so live with it. Oh, wow. That's amazing, Olivia. Good stuff. I was going to go run out and grab some ibuprofen, but something said this morning, it was like, you know what, just stop. Use your tools. So I did I went into a deep state, and I imagined some woman taking a golden blanket, and she dipped it into this bucket. And I told myself that the bucket was filled with strong, warm, numbing medicine. And I imagined her wrapping, oh, cool. Thank you so much, Dizzle. Thank you. I imagine her wrapping it all around my uterus, okay? And she wrapped it around my lower back, around my hips, around my entire like bottom half. And I'm telling you guys, that was this morning. Usually I will have popped about 4 to 6 ibuprofen throughout the day, and I haven't had to use any. Whenever I feel like a little tinge of cramp coming on, I just say strong, warm, numbing medicine. And then I imagine my uterus being wrapped like a burrito in this golden blanket that's soaked in this medicine, and it's just my body is soaking it up and numbing it. I also used it today because I had a slight headache. Certain ideas of delay. How do you usually approach topics? Sorry, it's too personal. Okay, I will get to that in 1 second. That's a great question. And so I just imagined it being wrapped in like a burrito, and my body. I feel no pain. Okay, so that just tells you how you can use this stuff for pain management as well. All right. The key is to imagine that particular part of the body being numb or iced, like as if you have like they call it hypnoanesthesia. So that's another technique that I use as well with clients who come in for pain management and pain control. Okay. Was that Elise that just asked about the afterlife? Okay. So my personal feelings about the afterlife is I do believe that there is an afterlife. I don't necessarily believe that there's a hell or a heaven. Yes, Dizzle, you can. Yes, you can. And I'll answer that next, okay? I believe that you create whatever kind of experience you want to have. And I believe that you have the power to do that on this plane, and you have the power to do it on the other side of the veil. So if you choose to experience your life, whether it's here or in the after earthly life, if you choose to experience from a place of bliss, and have that heavenly experience, that's what you're going to have. But if you choose to experience suffering, then that's what you're going to have. So that's my do you like Lady Gaga? I do like Lady Gaga. I do. That's my take on it. And that's just my personal viewpoint on what the afterlife is. So, yes, it is. It is. You're very right. Okay, so Dizzle, getting back to you, you can create trigger words. Thank you, Mr. Red. I appreciate that. And I love Yeshua as well. I do. I work with Yeshua a lot. I call him Yeshua. That's his real name. And he is the ultimate healer. So for you, Dizzle, you asked about trigger words for people using it with hypnosis. You can, this is the thing about it though. The trigger word must be accepted by the person that you're using it on. If they don't accept it, then it's not going to work for them. Okay, so it has to be a trigger word that resonates with them. And the reason why is because every person takes in information in a different way. Okay, you take in information either literally or inferentially. Okay, and this is the reason why some people think they cannot be hypnotized. It's because whoever is facilitating the hypnosis may not understand that everybody is different, that you can't give the hypnotic suggestions to each person the same way. It's not a one-size-fits-all type of modality at all. You must know what you're doing. You must know the words to use for each person. I was raised Baptist, but I don't claim any religion. So you can create a trigger word. It depends on what, like you can create a trigger word for yourself. Absolutely. You can create a trigger word for yourself. There's certain trigger words that I've given myself to help me, do certain things. Now, trigger words are not going to affect people the way that you see it happening on TV or in a movie. Okay. You're not going to say chicken and then the person is just going to start barking like a chicken or clucking like a chicken. Okay. Doesn't work like that. Mr. Red, I do not claim any religion. I don't have a title. I do not put myself in a box. I have a very in-depth spiritual practice, and that is all you need to know. Okay? I'm not Methodist, I'm not Baptist. I was raised Baptist. I was raised in the church. But we're talking about science and spirituality here, okay? You are more than welcome to stay, but it is not about that. We're not talking about religion. We're talking about the body, the mind-body connection. That's what we're talking about here, okay? Thank you. Trigger words. I know from experience they train you how to do this. JWs. Use trigger words. Which JWs, Olivia? You're very welcome, Dizzle. I'm not done yet. Sorry, Mr. Red took me away. I'm sorry. So the trigger words aren't there. It's not going to work the way you see it done on TV. All right. Like I said, the person that you're using the trigger word on, that person. Okay, I'll answer that question in a minute. Primary. That person has to accept it. Okay. You have to accept the trigger word because your subconscious mind has to buy into it. If the subconscious mind doesn't buy into something, like you can come to me to quit smoking, but if you are not really ready to quit smoking, like if you're coming to me to quit smoking because your husband or your wife wants you to, because your husband or wife wants you to, then you're not probably going to do it. You know what I mean? You're probably not going to do it. So it doesn't matter if I gave you a trigger word to help you stop smoking. If you're not ready to do it and you don't accept it, it's not going to work. Make sense? Okay. Somebody asked a question about, none of this has to do anything with religion. No. This is science and spirituality. And really it's the same thing. Okay. There is no separation. It's all the same thing. Got it? Okay. Oh yeah. Hypnosis is one of the very first session that I do with any client is for confidence building. It's for confidence building and motivation. You know, that is the very, very first session that I do with the client. It is amazing for confidence. Absolutely. Absolutely. Somebody else asked a question. I'm sorry, guys. Primary asked a question. Primary, can you ask that question again, please? Because it was an interesting one and I want to answer it. And I don't know the rest of your name, so I'm just calling you Primary. Sorry. Have you done a video on confidence? I don't know. FT tapping technique. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. I do emotional freedom technique. Thank you, Olivia. Do I have a video on confidence? I don't know. Look on my channel. I think I do, but if I don't, I will do one. I will definitely do one for sure. Yes, I use emotional freedom technique. Free thinking society, yes. Okay, yeah. I use it and I believe in it fully. I use it for myself and I teach my clients how to use it for themselves. It is extremely effective. Besides the pendulum swing for hypnosis, like sound of a spoon rubbing the inside of a cup. You know what's funny? I actually have one of those cups and saucers. A student of mine gave me one as a gift, and I was going to use it tonight, but I was like, I don't know, is that going to freak everybody out? I don't want to freak people out, but I have that. I can do that. I can definitely do that. I'll do that. That will be another induction. Absolutely. And just to let you guys know that when I see a client face to face, I use totally different inductions than what I use on here. Okay. You will never see the inductions that I use in a session because it's totally different. Okay. And it has to be different because everybody can't do it because I have to be face to face with you. And even when I'm working with Skype and phone clients, I use totally different inductions that I don't use on YouTube. Okay? Just to let you guys know that. So, but yes, I can definitely do that. Somebody else suffered from hallucinations in my sleep for years now. Suggest a problem, I think, stem from anxiety. Yeah, absolutely. The hypnosis that I specialize in is anxiety because the majority of the clients that come see me are dealing with dealing with anxiety issues. So that is what you're dealing with is a symptom of your anxiety. And yes, there is hypnosis for that. Absolutely. Decide the best type of induction per client. And if you are interested you can contact me for a consultation about the anxiety and the hallucinations. Okay, we can do a free consultation and we'll talk more about that. Once I determine what your suggestibility is, that's how I determine what type of induction each client needs. Once I determine whether or not you're a physical or an emotional, and that means you take in information directly or you take it in inferentially. Once I determine that, also it has to do with whatever. Absolutely, Ashley, absolutely. It also has to do with the issue that they're dealing with. Okay, and yeah, because there's different inductions. Sometimes I use breathing techniques to get them induced. The first session, I use a very specified type of induction in the first session, okay? And I only use that for the first session. So it just depends on who the client is, what the issues they're coming in for, and how they take in information, and whether or not they're in hypnosis already. Do you have any recommended videos for social anxiety? I don't have any videos for social anxiety personally on my channel, but I am pretty sure if you do a search in YouTube, there will be a bunch of them that come up. Michael Silly might have some. He's amazing. If you ever watch some of his videos, he may have some. Who else do I watch sometimes? I think her name is Janie. Journeys with Janie. She might have some. She's good too. YouTube green red. I don't know what that is. YouTube green red. Yeah. So yeah, hypnosis can be used for all kinds of stuff, guys. I'm telling you. Because it's dealing directly with the subconscious mind, you know. And the subconscious mind rules 95% of all our daily activities. Just think about that. Every single thing you do is basically from programming. Because from the time you're in your mother's womb, okay, from 0 to 8 years old, you're picking up all of these behaviors, all of these patterns, okay? You're hearing things. Just here to thank you for the videos you uploaded. They help me to sleep and feel calm and focused. Oh, you're very welcome. Absolutely. I'm so happy that they're helping you. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm doing this for. That's absolutely lovely. Thank you so much for sharing. You're very welcome, Gabrielle. Very, very welcome. I'm going to do a hypnosis at the end of this video, but you can always fast forward, catch it. I might time stamp it and put it in the description box. Sleep hypnosis. Oh, okay. Thomas Hall, sleep hypnosis. Okay, just a side question. But have you ever used hypnosis on someone when you are on a date? No, I don't do that. Nope. It's ethics. I can't do that. This suggested EFT tapping and hypnosis to help my alcoholism, but wasn't sure as to effectiveness such as disease. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you. Did you ask your other question, Primary Simcha Felder? You asked another question earlier and I got a glimpse of it. Can you, if you don't mind, retyping it? Okay. For issue, do you believe there is a conflict between science and spirituality? Okay. Black market. I'm going to get back to you about that because that's important. And I'm going to get back to you on that one. Is there a conflict between science? We've created a conflict. I think we as human beings created a conflict. We've created, as we have done with everything, we have created separation. Separation is not a real thing. It is definitely created by us, you know. So we created that. We created the conflict between science and spirituality, and it's all the same damn thing. It's the same thing. You can call it science, I can call it God, you know what I mean? But it's the same damn thing. It's nature, it's energy, you know, it's ever expanding, it's always changing, you know what I mean? So it's always changing, but it stays the same, if that makes sense. A system was created, and my belief is that a system was created and the system works. Okay, so nature has its own system. Humans have their own system. The earth, you know, the universe, the stars, cosmos, there's systems within systems and systems and systems. Thank you, Dizzle. Thank you. So they're all systems that were created. Who was it created by? I don't know. Hello. I don't know who it was created by, but I think we created that conflict. We created that. Absolutely. Keep an open mind. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the EFT for alcoholism question. This is my thought. I totally understand what you mean by the AA. Have you found there are probably some meetings out there that are not Christian based, okay? So if I were you, I would do a little research to find some. You might have to go visit a few, okay? You might have to go visit a few. But as a hypnotherapist, as someone who does teach clients EFT, I would also suggest that you go to AA meetings, okay? And this is the reason why. Because someone who is dealing with alcoholism, okay, they need to be in a group setting, or they need to be surrounded by people that are there to support them. You need support. You need to be in a place that is going to keep you from drinking, okay? Because hypnosis does not work if you've been drinking. Hypnosis does not work if you are under the influence of drugs or alcohol. So, okay. So if I were you, I would definitely find an AA meeting that is not Christian based. You might even want to try to find one that might you maybe want to try to find one that has like a more of a spiritual overtone instead of a religious overtone, or find one that is not at all. That just they're just there to help people. I don't know what state you're in, or what city you live in, but definitely do a little research on that, okay? But most hypnotherapists or most spiritual practitioners that are professionals will definitely tell you to please get into an AA meeting. And the reason why we tell you that, I'm definitely trying to find one that isn't. I've been 3 so far, no luck. Los Angeles here. Okay. Okay, so you'll be in Los Angeles in a little while. I'm pretty sure if you come to Los Angeles, you will definitely be able to find one that's not Christian based. I am going to do a hypnosis in a little bit. Yes, I'm just answering some people's some questions right now. Yes. But hypnosis is amazing for addictions. It can really be very, very helpful. It is more effective in combination with AA meetings, okay? Okay. Get it in Los Angeles, so it's bound to be. Yeah. You are in Los Angeles. Okay. Oh yeah, there's definitely some here. You might even want to look for like some pagan ones. You know what I'm saying? Maybe look, I mean, you don't have to be Wicca, whatever. You don't have to be pagan, but you might want to look, maybe Google search some. Maybe Google like pagan AA meetings or Wicca AA meetings or, you know, something like that, okay? Because I'm pretty sure that they have those. Pretty sure. All right? And if you need if you need further assistance with that, just reach out to me. I think my information should be at the bottom of this. I hope so. You're going to get some finger snapping soon. Don't worry. All right, guys. So do you guys have any more questions for me? Did I answer everything? I hope I did. I was trying my best to answer everything. Because we are getting ready to move into that space. Putting on my hypnotic voice now. Yeah. Good. Good for you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. If you have any more questions for me, please reach out, okay? You can text me, you can call me, you can email me. No, I cannot, not in this one because I am serving other people. But if you would like a personal, tailor-made hypnotic journey made just for you, you can visit my website and there are ways for you to get that, okay? So, because if I say your name, I got to say everybody's name. Okay, guys, so I love you all so much. Thank you. Stay tuned because we're about to do that special thing. All right. Again, if anybody has, I'm glad you could laugh at that, Patrick. If anybody has any more questions for me, just leave them in the comment section below, okay? Like I said, you can email me, you can text me, you can call me. It's totally fine, all right? If you're interested in setting up a free consultation, you can do that too. Just go to my website, click on set an appointment, and I believe it's like the first option, the first appointment on there is the free 20-minute phone consultation, phone or Skype consultation, all right? So yes, do that. How often do you upload it? Oh yes, okay, thank you, Dizzle. I try my best to upload every Wednesday. I try my best to upload every Wednesday. So I do once a week. So if something hasn't been uploaded, then I'm probably really busy or sick because the last couple of times I was just too sick and I couldn't do it. But if you hit the little bell notification, then you will be able to be notified every time I get every time I upload one. Okay, cool. I think the next one I might do is on confidence, since obviously I haven't done that yet. Thought I did. I'll look it up. All right, guys. I love you. Y'all are so awesome. So, I'm just going to ask you to please get nice and comfortable. And remember that this particular hypnosis, you can either choose to stay in that hypnotic space, or when I count up from 0 to 5, you can choose to come out of it. So just set your intention right now for what you would like to do. Okay? Just begin to take in some nice, deep, cleansing breaths, breathing in through the nose. And on every exhale of the breath, you're just going to allow for all of the muscles to release any tightness, any tension, any stress. Keeping the eyes open, go ahead and do a full body scan from the top of the head all the way down to the bottoms of the feet. Taking inventory to see if there is any tightness, any tension, any stress or pain. And then taking a nice deep breath, and on the exhale, give yourself full permission to release any tightness, tension, stress, or pain from that area of the body. We're going to do that a few more times, taking a nice deep breath. And on the exhale, just release any tightness, tension, stress, or pain. And very, very soon, you're going to realize and notice that this area of the body, as well as all of the muscles in the body, are now limp, loose, light, free, and relaxed. Let's do it one more time, taking a nice deep breath. And on the exhale, just releasing, letting go, relaxing. Now just fixate your gaze upon the tip of the pendulum. And as the pendulum picks up speed, you don't necessarily have to keep following it or keep up with it. You can just allow the eyes to relax. You'll notice that the eyelids are becoming very, very heavy, as if little mini weights have been tied to the lashes, dragging the lids down heavier and heavier. You may even notice that you are blinking more rapidly. The breath is becoming deeper, slower. Some of you may even notice that the mouth and the lips feel a bit dry. You may have a tendency to want to swallow or lick your lips. All of this is the body's way of letting you know that it is slipping into
that hypnotic state. Every breath in and every breath out takes you into that lighter, freer, more limp and relaxed, calm state of being. As those lids are so incredibly heavy now, so heavy that it is very challenging to keep them open. And in a moment, I'm going to count from 5 to 0. At 0, you're going to drift all the way down into that hypnotic state. The body is going to be completely and totally relaxed. You're going to feel absolutely comfortable, light and loose and limp. Just feeling very, very good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Deep sleep. Eyes closed. Deeper sleep. Eyes closed. Deep, deep sleep. Bring your awareness to the top of the head. Notice a bright light dancing around the crown. The light moves into the crown of the head, down into the face, into the throat and the neck, down into the chest, the belly, into the hips, splits into two, moves down both thighs, knees, into the legs, down into the ankles, and it pulls at the bottoms of the feet. Sending this energy down into the ground beneath you. As you notice thick energy cords flowing out of the soles of the feet, down, down, pushing through the earth's core, down to the center, connecting with the heart of the planet. Feeling the beat reverberating up through the feet as the earth sends her loving, nurturing energy all the way up the legs into the root chakra, up the spine, all the way up to the top of the crown, over the head, down into the face again. And it rolls down the front of the body, bringing a sensation of warmth, peace, calm, relaxation. The entire body is fully relaxed now. All is well. Mind is open, receptive, free, feeling good. A sensation of joy and peace just flows all throughout. Picturing yourself standing at the top of a pathway. As we begin to step down now with the left foot first at 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Deep, deeper sleep. Drifting, floating, allowing yourself to be your true self. Noticing the soft comfort and deep relaxation that you are experiencing right now. Notice the feeling of abundance welling up from the belly, up through the heart, into the shoulders, up the neck, into the face, and swirling at the crown. A knowing that all is well and everything is okay, that every need is met, that every cell in the body temple is vibrating in perfect harmony with whole health. That you are in perfect alignment with wealth and success. And this knowing builds a sense of self-worth. This knowing brings that sense of adequacy, effectiveness, confidence. There's just a sense that you can achieve whatever it is that you set your mind to. That it is ultimately your decision to be successful, to be healthy, to be wealthy, to be lovable, to be an effective, efficient person that gets things done. It is your decision to be confident, to motivate yourself to do what needs to be done. And it's easy to accomplish these things. It's easy to be successful. It's easy to excel at everything you touch and do and think. All that needs to happen is the decision must be made now. And it just so happens that you are in a space, in a state of mind right now, in this very moment, where you can make that decision. Where the decision will be planted ever so firmly in the programming center of the subconscious mind. And right now, you'll choose an anchor, a word or a phrase, an image, or a thought that represents you making the decision to be great now. When you've chosen this word or phrase, image, or thought, just nod your head yes. The subconscious mind has accepted this anchor. And whenever you need to make a decision to be great, you will simply pull up that thought, word, image, that anchor, and immediately everything will just snap into place for you. Everything will be great. Everything will be as it should be. You are an effective, adequate, brilliant, confident person who gets things done in the time that they need to be done. And you find that it is easy for you to accomplish your tasks, to reach your goals, to make the decision to be great is easy now. Taking in a nice deep cleansing breath as we drop down a little bit deeper at 0 and deeper, reinforcing that anchor, that thought, that idea, that image, that word, that sound, whatever that anchor is for you. Bring it up into your mind right now. Let's reinforce it. Every time you want to make the decision to be great, you bring that anchor up into the forefront of your mind and your being, and immediately everything snaps into place for you. The decision is made easily and effortlessly. And you feel confident, adequate, effective, great, successful, wealthy, healthy. It's just a thought away. Taking in another deep cleansing breath, and at 1, we're going to begin to come up a little bit more now. And you can decide to stay in this deep, deep state of absolute comfort, calm, peace, and relaxation. Or you can decide to come on up and out. It's up to you. 2, 3, 4, 5. You can choose to open up your eyes or keep them closed and keep relaxing. It's your choice. I would once again love to thank all of you for joining me this evening. Hoping that you feel so relaxed, so at peace, and that you are able to achieve all that you wish to achieve. You can reach your goals, create anything that you want to create. You can be whomever and whatever you want to be. I love you guys so much. And until the next video, remember that you and only you are the key to a new you. If you guys enjoyed this Q&A, let me know in the comment section down below. And we can do it again. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Peace and blessings. Much love. Bye.